Hi guys, this is Mohit Mosani from screenbench.com, and today we have Dan Dillon. He's a lifelong runner, a professional athlete, and he's a motivational speaker. So we're going to ask him about all those things, and he's also involved in psychology, about which I'm gonna ask a lot of questions from him. So let's start with Dan and ask him how did it all begin.
Hi, my name is Dillon Shije
Yeah.
from Zia Pueblo, New Mexico. Thanks, Malik, for inviting me to
You're
your
most welcome. You're
platform,
most welcome.
and I'm excited to talk about my journey with running and being a professional athlete.
Hmm.
Also, I have two dual degrees in integrative physiology and history, so
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here, and I'm happy for discussion.
Right. So, uh, so Dan, when you say you're a professional athlete, does that include something other than running? Are you into other sports as well?
So mainly for me, it's running. I ran cross country and track in
That's
college.
awesome. That's awesome.
Also, yeah, as a post collegiate athlete, a professional runner, I grew up running on the Zia Indian Pueblo Reservation here in New Mexico.
Right.
Been a pretty much a runner at a young age
Uh
and
huh.
up until now. So. Um, It's pretty much what I do now. Also, besides running, I'm work in leadership.
Uh huh.
Um, I'm currently working at the National Congress of American Indian as a in a fellowship,
That's
and
awesome.
also as a serve on the committee as a health policy advisor for the All Public Council of Governors here in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing a lot of things in leadership right now as well. So.
Right. So that must be a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, yeah, definitely have to manage my time and make sure that I have time for working out and also my job.
Your job as well, right? So yeah, that happens when you have uh, two passions, or when you have a passion and your job is not your passion. So you gotta carry both the things parallel, and it does. I think that's how life is, right?
Yeah.
We don't get all the good things. We gotta find the what do you say? Find the meat in the rice.
Yeah, kind of have to
Yeah,
find that
yeah,
equilibrium to be able
yeah,
to
yeah,
take care of everything.
yeah. So, what got you into motivational speaking?
So for me, I'm one of the very few indigenous athletes, Native American athletes, to run professionally.
Mm-hmm.
So in this type of environment, you don't really see too many uh, indigenous athletes. So my goal is always to motivate youth and within the indigenous communities to inspire them to reach their goals. If it's gonna be in this sport as far as running, or if it's to also succeed on educational level or a professional level,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it may be in. So my whole goal is to uplift our youth
Right.
and to ensure that their impact is going to be good for their community and moving forward. Yeah,
Right.
so it's pretty much a responsibility of mine to ensure that a lot of the youth and their families succeed and have the most impact. So pretty much
Right.
how I got into motivational speaking.
I understand. I understand. So, Dan, do you have like proper sessions, or at universities and colleges, or do you run a personal motivational thing, and set up motivational sessions where people can join in.
Yeah, so I run my own impact consulting agency called the Native Runner. That's where I kind of work through all my connections with. So I do, like I said, motivational speaking for those entities that wish to consult with me. Also, I do individual coaching. So any type of athlete, either it be in high school or at the next level, professional, I'm willing to help coach them as well. Um, so yeah, I do pretty much at any level, and whoever has really wants to have that type of consulting. So that's pretty much why I go through
Right.
my impact consulting agency
Right.
called the Native Runner. Yeah.
Right. So, with the time and experience, you must have like uh, encountered hundreds, or if not hundreds, and maybe thousands of people who needed motivation, right? So, what do you think is the main cause of someone becoming demotivated? Is it like too much pressure, stress, or is it something to do with how a person is raised as a child?
But I feel with others that with the lack of support, it can really hinder their performance and wanting to progress forward. Because for me, I see a lot of high school athletes that are really talented, but just don't have that support and are unable to maintain it at a collegiate level or professional level.
Uh huh.
Uh, so to me, it's just not having the necessary resources to help these individuals succeed at the next level. And for indigenous communities, there are some challenges with
Yeah.
getting these resources. Either it be like, let's say, mental health resources, or just some type of outside resource that can help influence them in a positive way. So, and that's where kind of where I try to step in, but I'm only one person, so it's hard to target everybody. But also, I try to target as much as I can through my Instagram.
Right.
It's also called the Native Runner, and I try to educate others and motivate others to either pursue whatever direction they want to go with, either it be running, soccer, their education.
Uh huh.
So that's how I try to make my impact, is
Right.
through my social media. And right now, that's pretty much the only way, just because of the current health crisis that we're in. So that I
Yeah.
use my platform to
But
promote that.
at the same time, it kind of allows you to address a larger audience, uh, sitting maybe alone at your home, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
So, if I ask you about integrative physiology, uh, what is that exactly?
So integrative physiology pretty much entails how your body reacts to stresses. So like the whole fight or flight response,
Of course.
that's an example of what an integrative physiologist will kind of learn about. Also, biomechanics of the body when doing running or walking,
Right.
how somebody moves through their gait cycle. So it entails a lot of internal pathways from leading from your brain down into your intestines,
Uh huh.
and kind of pretty much how the whole science of how your body works functions is pretty much integrative
Right.
physiology.
Right. Right. So, anything that you would like to recommend people that they should bring into their daily lives?
um, So for me, I normally tend to let people know like exercising 30 minutes or so a day will have its health benefits.
Right.
Burning either it be burning calories or just also being a good stress relief because right now everybody's kind of not really quarantining as much anymore, but it was a way to kind of help with stress relief.
Yeah.
Um, but incorporating this 30 minutes of exercise movement, either it just be a walk,
Uh-huh.
short run, or going to the gym, those are all forms of keeping your body active and moving.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, do you plan to write a book or something uh, related to motivation and all? Because a lot
Um,
of motivational speakers do end up writing books
yeah.
of their
So
own.
I actually had a conversation with my wife about potentially writing a book related to running and indigenous running.
Yeah.
Um, but that's still in the talks. That takes some planning as well. But it will be pretty cool to do that. Especially coming from my point of view, living off the reservation and going to run at a Division 1 school, and then running as a professional athlete. Um,
Right.
and kind of my journey through that. I think that will be really impactful. Just because you don't really hear too many uh, runners coming straight from the reservation and then trying to
Right.
compete at the national level.
Right. So, Dan, Screen Bench basically provides uh, solutions to watching restricted content, or if not solutions, then it talks about movies and movie reviews and entertainment news. What I mean by restricted content is that certain movies and TV series and stuff like that is not available around the globe. They are geo restricted, if you know what I mean, right?
Uh-huh.
Like a channel you can watch in the US, but you can't watch it outside the US. So, this way, a lot of people who are into sports or love a particular sport,
Mhm.
they have to miss out on the main events, such as FIFA or uh, the UEFA League, or maybe UFC, or something like rugby match, the Super Bowl, and all that kind of stuff. So there are fans all over the world, but they can't access because of uh, distribution rights and all that. So Screenbench does a job of providing them technical solutions on how to bypass all those problems and watch your show. So
Yeah.
this is how we connect you as a important person to be on our interview, because you are ultimately related to sports, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Dan, you've as you said, you've spent an entire life in sports, like running is
Yeah.
it's been your passion. Maybe you just feel like running more and more and more and more and breaking records. So have you watched Forrest Gump, just by the way?
Yeah, I've watched it when I was younger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
definitely.
runs a lot. He runs a lot. There are many scenes where he says, "I felt like running, so I ran and I ran and I ran, and
Yeah.
then I reached here, and so I thought, why not go over there? So I ran and I ran and I ran and I ran." So yeah, the
Yeah. A lot of people.
that's what came to my mind when you
Yeah, a
said
lot of
that
people
you like to run.
associate running with that movie. And the part where he has his long beard
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Monument Valley Park, and I'm probably
Yeah,
about
yeah,
3 hours away from there.
yeah,
3 to 4 hours. Yeah. So,
yeah.
uh, yeah, that's like a pretty good iconic moment.
Yeah.
A lot of
So,
people like to drive on that road and then take pictures.
so yeah, that's a really nice movie. If you speak on terms of what it teaches you about life as well, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I mean, with that movie, to me, I've actually watched. There's a lot of other running movies as well, but yeah, Forrest Gump definitely has some moments where he was just saying like I just felt like running. That's one thing sometimes where people who get into this sport or just pick up running in general tend to just say that I felt like running and kind of carry it on for years and years,
yeah,
either it be for health benefits or just for the pure enjoyment.
yeah.
So
And there is a particular runner's high, if you know what I'm talking about. When you run enough and your brain starts to release endorphins and all, so you do get a runner's high as well, which is
yeah,
I most probably guess is good for your brain and your stress systems and all. So, and Dan, I'd like to ask you, uh, is exercise the way to a good body, or would you recommend sport?
well, I mean, with running, I feel it's involved in all sports.
Yeah.
Um, so regardless of how it's used, it's still going to have its benefits for if people want to, I mean, slim down or just be active. I mean, a lot of the top end athletes in UFC or
Mm-hmm.
any type of sport will use running as a way to kind of with their endurance, stamina.
Right.
You look at Conor McGregor. You see him posting videos of himself running um, uh, long distances.
Yeah.
So it's just a way to help with an athlete's endurance and stamina.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then there's also other ways that if you actually are a professional runner, I mean, you're putting in a lot of miles so that you can run races such as a marathon or an ultra marathon that up to 100 miles.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it can be used in multiple of ways.
Right. So, if I were to ask you to motivate me to start running or start regular exercise, what would you tell me?
Well, first off, anybody that's wanting to make a positive change, either to be their well-being for their well-being is on the right track, and the one thing I always like to tell anybody is to be patient with yourself. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
some people expect to change quickly, but with anything it takes time, and not to give up on yourself. You're doing this to become a better person, internally and externally. But the
Exactly.
main thing is internal.
Yeah.
Running and any type of sport is going to help kind of promote your positive qualities as a person.
Yeah. So I personally have always believed that if you want to get fit, if you want to look good, do it for yourself and not for, uh, you know, just the people around you or girls or something like that. Because a
Exactly.
good girl will still come to you with uh, maybe 45-inch belly and yeah, so the right people will always come to you in your life. You don't need to look nice for nice people to come. So if you want to get healthy, if you want to lose weight, I'd say to do it for your own body, do it for your health, and do it for the good clothes that you can wear and look nice for yourself, not for people.
Exactly. I mean, it's your own vibe, your own energy will attract
Yeah,
really good people, you know. Yeah,
true,
if
true, true.
you're not feeling right in the time of your life, then those are the type of people
Yeah,
you'll attract. So, and if you're doing well for yourself
yeah.
and maintaining a good um, um, for your health and wellness, and you'll attract those positive people that will influence your life. So,
Exactly.
like, definitely what you're saying is correct. Yeah.
Mm. A lot of people are very conscious about what other people may think, but as I've been through different phases of life, what and you could probably relate to this as a motivational speaker, and I'm sure you must have told other people as well that stop worrying about people. They don't give 2 cents about you.
Yeah.
They're not
Exactly.
thinking about you. That's the truth,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, not to yeah, like what yeah, like exactly what you're saying, not to worry about what other people think of you, you know.
Yeah,
You're out there to achieve your own goals,
yeah,
and like you're saying about you'll attract certain people. I mean, once you attract those people that have the same mindset and goals as you, you'll be able to help each other achieve greater things. So yeah, I definitely agree with not worrying about what people are thinking of you. You know, you're your own person, and you know what you are capable of. So
right.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
So, thank you so much for your time, Dan. And
And it
it's been a wonderful
yeah
chat
um
and very insightful. We shall see you again someday.
yeah,
And,
most
and
definitely.
when you write your book, do let us know. We'll have another interview.
Sounds great. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the interview. Thanks for the
Have a
time.
great day.
Yeah. Same to you as well. Take care.
Take care.